Ndifna Mohammed. I'm the National Coordinator of Human Rights Network Uganda. HURNET is a network of organizations focusing on issues of human rights in Uganda. And we have been central in terms of organizing a series of events to prepare civil society to maximize their engagement and participation in the review conference. And as far as the process of leveraging spaces and opportunities for civil society to participate, I can say we began as early as January, mainly arranging visits for state delegates to come to Uganda to interact with the different stakeholders, members of the public, the academia, legislators, and affected communities and victims. So we were able to visit a number of conflict areas in Uganda, mainly in northern Uganda and eastern Uganda, and hold a series of meetings with the state delegates and victims and affected communities, which were quite useful in terms of providing insight into the justice needs, concerns and aspirations of the victims. And the state delegates took advantage of this also to do outreach activities on behalf of the court, mainly explaining to affected communities why and the hows of the court. And we additionally organized a number of national dialogues on topical issues, including the impact of the Rome system on affected communities, with particular focus on children. We also organized an international symposium which took place from 21st to 28th this month. I mean, from 27th to 28th of June. The international symposium had the purpose of generating a civil society communique on the 4 stock-taking issues, the impact of the Rome system on affected communities, state cooperation with the International Criminal Court, the question of complementarity, and then peace and justice. Those were the 4 broad areas that we held our discussions on, and at the end of the 2 days we were able to generate a communique that we presented to the President of the Assembly of State Parties, and brought to the attention of the formal processes and proceedings in the review conference. We are happy that we were able to do this because then our issues can form a backdrop, or at least a formal statement that can be taken into account during the discussions. We organized a football match with the victims and affected communities. This was something that we did with and for victims. It involved a number of organizing agents, namely INET, which is a local organization in northern Uganda, and then also Uganda Victims Foundation, and then No Peace Without Justice, who are very instrumental in organizing the match. The match provided an opportunity for the victims and the members of the affected communities to participate in a social but also very important event together with the UN Secretary General, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the President of the Assembly of the State Parties. It was an important advocacy moment where the victims who engaged the court, engaged the Assembly of State Parties, and then from 31st to date, a series of civil society side events were convened in the People's Space. The People's Space is a space that was devoted to featuring activities and events of civil society organizations that they have organized as side events in the review conference. As such, it was important because it enabled members of civil society to highlight the concerns and fears, anxieties, frustrations of victims and affected communities. They were also able to organize solidarity events for the court. Civil society organizations have closely followed the discussions on stock taking and also the crime of aggression, because we have a keen interest in seeing a stronger, effective, efficient, independent international criminal court. And there is no better way than supporting the strengthening of the legal framework and the institutional framework that governs the court. Civil society has been part of this process right from 1998 when the court was established, and as such it's only inevitable that we are here again, and we are pleased that we have been able to make a contribution, albeit humble. We feel it is an important contribution towards strengthening the international criminal court. We will be looking at how best to carry the different strands and streams of benefits into the post-review conference period. And as such, we'll be undertaking a series of advocacy activities as civil society organizations. We'll be engaging states on commitments they have made, and as such, we will be proceeding into the post-review conference activities.